Rockit is the key fintech hub in Lithuania, where top creators and founders build the future of financial technologies and the next generation of sustainable innovations. Acting as a dynamic ecosystem, we provide space for networking, expertise sharing, and cooperation, enabling and contributing to the success stories of the finance, technology, and innovation sectors. During the past years, our hub has established a leading position as the home of fintech and core place for fintech community.
So good morning, good day, and good afternoon, everyone. It's the fourth day of the Rockit Hackathon Lost in Identity, and this means that we have finally arrived at Le Grande Finale. I'm Andrius Milnavičius, and I will be together with you until we get to know who made to the winning positions today. So, 4 amazing days, 1,400 hours of hacking altogether, 5 different continents, participants from USA, Colombia, Iran, Lithuania, Australia, Latvia, and Spain. That's not all. 4 mentoring sessions with more than 30 amazing mentors from Lithuania, UK, Latvia, and Estonia. Tech talks with Vilnius legal hackers, pitch training by Andra Bagdonaitė from Startup Wise Guys, mentorship hour from Vinted, exceptional keynote from Jenny Radcliffe about social engineering and the hacks that never fail. All day and all night team support from Rockit team. All this brought us together to solve issues that would do a real positive impact on societies and companies around us. And now it's time to count all the hacks. Before we start, allow me to present what's hidden in the prize pool of 12,000 euros. In the prize pool, we have €2,000 prize for personal development and professional growth courses from Vinted, 1,500 and 300 euro checks from Rockit, 4 drones from company TeleSoftas, 500 euro prize from Soverio, 5 annual subscriptions to tryhackme.com from NRD Cyber Security, 5 Harvard Business Review digital premium subscriptions for 1 year from Swedbank, 500 euros for Code Academy courses from Code Academy, of course. Free tickets to TechChill conference for 3 selected teams from TechChill. 300 euro prize invitation to ESET on event and ESET licenses for 2 years. The same with 200 and 100 euro prizes from ESET Lithuania. And last but not least, fast track to start a Wise Guys online accelerator. Looks good, right? And all of this will be spread among the best teams that did the best job this weekend. So, how will the final pitch competition look like? We have the teams that are granted with a chance to present their result to the jury. Every team had to submit 2 parts of the results of their weekend, the written submission and the video pitch. Each team will have 4 minutes for the pitch. You'll see the recorded video. And then the jury will have 4 minutes for the Q&A. All the teams will be evaluated in different criteria, and the overall work done during the weekend is not the key criteria. The jury is also looking at the problem you choose to solve, the impact that it will have on society, and how likely the project can have continuity. Nothing too strange and difficult, right? Now, allow me to present our honorable jury that will evaluate all the projects. Šarūnė Smalakytė, head of Rockit Vilnius. Hello, Šarūnė. You can just wave.
Hi, Andrius.
Kazimieras Sadauskas, product manager at NRD Cyber Security.
Hello.
Tomas Parnarauskas, CEO at ESET Lithuania.
Hello, hello.
Egita Polanska, program and partnership manager at Startup Wise Guys.
Hi, everyone.
Audrius Ramoška, CEO and co-founder at Soverio.
Hello.
Marius Vitkevičius, .NET platform technical team lead at TeleSoftas.
Hey.
And last but not least, Tomas Martinkėnas, director of information security at Vinted.
Hey.
All right, everyone, it's time to move to the actual pitching part. I'd like to present you the first pitching team that is named Class 3E, and the leader of the team, Aniket.
Hello everyone, I'm Aniket Chauhan from Team Class 3E. Today I'll be presenting our product called the Cybersecurity Compendium. So let's first start with the problems that we're aiming to solve. Currently there's too many fragmented resources in the field of cybersecurity, which make it very inaccessible for people getting into the field, and there's no guided path or resources that you can directly learn from. Many a times information is not very beginner friendly and is too complicated, and also many of the training programs, they have amazing content, but there's too much information in those content, so it becomes information overload and it's harder for people to understand certain topics that they want to get better at. We analyzed the market currently from a research that was done by Deloitte, and we saw that companies are starting to focus more on cybersecurity and are investing more budget into cybersecurity, which makes it more accessible for more people to get into the field of cybersecurity. We also saw that from the IBM study, 95% of the security issues happen due to human errors. So we want to help fix those errors as well. And we can also see that the market growth in the field of cybersecurity has been huge. And for example, TryHackMe grew tenfold from 40k users to 400k users in a year. Hack the Box, also being a niche community, reached 500k members. Then Rangeforce and Elon Security also grew a lot in 1 year. And our mission is to basically provide an easy entry into the field of cybersecurity, provide people with solution resources that they want for their specific problems. We aim to also provide a helpful community willing to help people get into the field of cybersecurity and making it more accessible for everyone. So now we can show our product and how we aim to solve this issue. This is what our current website looks like. We aim to have a library where people can search for categories that they want to learn more on, where they can search for specific topics, for example, reports writing, and SQL injections, and then learn about basic syntax, also basic resources that they can use to better the skill, and just provide them with much easier time getting into the field of cybersecurity. So currently the marketing idea for us is doing affiliate marketing with certification bodies, also donations, because we're an open source platform and we rely on the community. We're also self-sustaining at the moment, so we don't need any donations, but they're for the future growth of the company. The idea is just a self-building platform that works on the community and the information pool from the CyberSec community. We have currently a web application that will be accessible everywhere. Our timeline for this project was that we came up with the idea on Friday, and by Saturday we had a complete team formed with people coming in from the Event Tornado platform. And by the end of Sunday, by the start of Sunday, we had an MVP product completed and deployed, which can be accessible anywhere. And then in the future, we want to make this product even better and refine it with better ideas. Currently, the pillars of our platform are the community, a great community which makes great product. Sources, a library of information, which is only as good as its sources. So we want to make the sources as good as we can. We also want to make it more accessible, and the ease of use should be also there for people that are getting into the field of cybersecurity. Then we have a to-do list on what the functions that we need to implement later on. We have the current minimal viable product build, but we need to have a deployment plan and the review process. Then we are aiming for a chat functionality, then robust source verification, and these are the plans for the future. What currently makes us unique is that many products provide a quick way to get the job done and guides that are useful to when you know what to look for. But we aim to provide a platform that gives the opportunity for learning, where you'll be guided through use cases of each tool. We offer transferable knowledge, not just quick fixes. Our current team consists of 3 members, myself, Aniket Chauhan, Joshua, Thomas. We're currently studying information systems and cybersecurity in Vilnius University. And that's it from our side. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you, Aniket, for the first presentation that you did. It's not easy to start the event. And dear jury, I have a question from the organizing committee, and they're asking, was the quality of the video broadcasted to you in a decent quality? Have you heard everything you wanted to hear? I see that everyone is smiling. Okay, then let's move on to the Q&A session. So what is the first question from the jury?
Aniket, can you please clarify the target audience of your product? What will be the end user specifically?
Yeah, definitely. So currently our target audience is beginners, also people that are not super into the field of cybersecurity. For example, developers that know about tech stuff, but they're not really into cybersecurity as a whole. So we currently want to target beginners, also intermediates that are planning to get into the field of cybersecurity and make it more accessible for everyone. Because of course, if you're at an expert level, then these resources might be a little basic for you. But again, this is more oriented for people getting into the field of cybersecurity and also developers who want to learn more about cybersecurity and how classifications, attacks work.
I have a question. Many times you mentioned the importance of the community. So what's the critical mass you need of people so that it starts working in the way that you want to?
Currently, I would say that around 5 people making content almost regularly would be more than enough to have, not of course a lot of like every content we need, but it would be nice to have that amount of content. We would have a decent content if five people are dedicated working on this. And I'm currently working with around 12 people from my team and the community that are interested in this project and that want to develop more sources for the community and make it more accessible for everyone.
Can I ask about the business model? So you mentioned that currently you are self-sustainable and for the future you want to rely on donations. But what happens if the donations are not enough? So where would you get the funding to continue with the project?
So our current plan is not to just, focus on the money. Of course, our plan is that if we get donations, then we make the platform more accessible, because then, we will have more reach on the product. So we can see, okay, the product is growing and, we can improve this product even more. So currently we are playing around with how much reach we will have. If we have a lot of reach, we also have the affiliate marketing route with certification bodies. And we can also sell statistics, because we're not taking any user data. And we just see how many views and how many tractions a resource gets. We can tell those to certification bodies or people that want to get statistics about cybersecurity and help them make more content aimed at that specific problem.
And Aniket, imagine that you get a donation or investment of 20,000 euros. Would you spend everything on the marketing, or you have any other idea?
I would specifically spend it on getting more people into the platform more than marketing the platform, because again, these donations we want. If you get donations that aim to better the community and we want to pay it forward to the community, we don't want to be marketizing the product completely. We would use the resources that we get to get some professional people on board, maybe advertise how to maybe get some professional people to make some content for our website and resources for the website. For example, YouTubers like John Hammond, Cyber Mentor, and getting those people on board with this idea would also be very nice with that lump sum of money.
We still have time for one more question. I'm not sure if your team is familiar with the story of Peerlist. Maybe you've heard the name. It was the online community for cybersecurity professionals. They were online for maybe 5 years, and they were hosting really lots of resources, the training resource, and also working as a kind of a social network, let's say professional social network for cybersecurity professionals. So in that way, it was quite a similar project. However, maybe a year ago, they were forced to close because of the price of hosting the platform. And they were also, kind of community-based product. So my question to you is, like, did you think about the operating costs for running such a platform?
Yes, so currently the website is more or less static. And again, as we make more integration to the website, we're aiming for the Jamstack. So we won't be spending much money on deployment. Currently, the website is deployed on GitHub so that the community can also contribute on GitHub, and we can push the deployments directly to GitHub pages. And that way we don't pay any money for the deployment, any money for domain names, or any money for hosting the website. And there's no traffic limit on GitHub pages as well. So it works in our favor that way.
So basically, you're not going to host anything else, just basically a website and then forward to the original resource.
Exactly. Well,
there's very Thank you so much. We're out of time and we need to respect our schedule. Once again, Aniket, thanks for your answers. Let's move on to our second pitch. And the second team is named Ekimosis. And I'm inviting Santiago for his pitch.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to present our solution for the Lost in Identity Hackathon. So our solution is called PI, Personal Identity Exposed. So in our team, we have two members. That's me, Santiago Rocha. I am the cyber threat intelligence analyst, and I'm working as a backend for the project. And my friend is a senior DevOps and front-end developer for this project. And so we have, first of all, the problems that we identified and the challenge identified, because we have the Vilnius City Municipality Challenge, which studies the different links and connections between data leaks and APIs, and if it's possible to use this open data for a bad reason. So the main problems that we identify is the exponential growth in the use of the internet to get access to different assets, collect confidential and personal information, but the most important problem is that an alarming amount of personal information is open and available to anyone who has minimum knowledge about open source intelligence techniques. So our solution is an automated software which uses open source intelligence techniques and retrieves information about the user, and will show different actions at the end to take into account to improve our exposure on the internet. So our solution has 4 features. So first of all, the search engines will take a look at first of the most common search engines, liquid credentials, that shows some information about liquid credentials, also privacy and anonymity. So this is referred for the social network, and we'll take a look at the deep and the dark web. So if you have any presence on that network. So for the future world, we would like to implement other digital identity like passport identity, like biometrics. Also for monetization, we're planning to present to companies an option just to study their exposure on the internet as a company, getting also results using an API and implementing a GDPR compliance. So I will show a small demo of our application. This is the main landing page. I will type my own email. It will retrieve all the information. So first of all, we have the liquid credentials. I have 32 records available on the internet. Also, I have the last discovered leak was 2 weeks ago. This is the search engine, and it's the result. Because we have, for example, my email is shown one page. This is an exact result. And of course, because, for example, I studied in Russia, and then I remember this thing. So that's an important thing that the cyber criminal can know. About the privacy and anonymity, this is the presence of my password of my email on some social networks. About the deep and dark web, so they tell me that I have presence on the Tor network. This will not show more information because of the GDPR compliance, so we don't want to show exactly the source of the information. And then I can see that my exposure in a scale from 0 to 100 is an 80%. So then we have some information, relevant information about my email. So the reputation is used to suspicious email, malicious activity, and finally we will have some tips and actions to prevent your identity to be stolen. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you like this project.
Thank you so much, Santiago, for this amazing pitch. And now I turn to the jury. Jury, do you have questions? Sharuna, maybe you would like to start.
I came across recently with similar websites, especially after a couple of major leakages in Lithuania. So how are you different from the current market players?
Yes, that's a good question because we identified a lot of different resources for our project. So the main difference is that what we did and what we did in a small scale, of course, because we don't have like a lot of time, is that we compare all that information. We don't only take that information and show it to the final user, but we compare it and we take the important things, and then we at the end, as I said, we will show the actions that can be taken in that well to counterattack this exposure that you have on the internet.
May I?
Yes, of course.
Did you start this idea which you now presenting at Rockit Hackathon earlier, or it's just for Hackathon you started? It depends. My next question.
Actually, I thought about the idea when I saw the hackathon and I saw the title of the hackathon, Lost in Identity. So because it was related to identity and personal identity, yes. So it's not an old idea. It's very new.
Okay, so it means you didn't have any possibility to talk with business about demand for such type of solutions.
No.
Okay.
Just yes.
And Santiago, you told that you are planning to integrate data from dark web. Are you confident that you will be able to find enough resources and good data sets?
Well, that's a question that we have to be really careful because the Tor network is like another word. So yes, the sources that we use for the project that we have use a source that is available a long time ago. So it will mean to take it down. So because all the network is changing, the Tor network is changing every day. But yes, we would like to take that sources that are persistent, because we know that they are changing every time. But yes, the sources that we choose we are sure that they are persistent, and we are not going to have problems with that.
For me, one more question. I understand the open source intelligence part and how you're going to gather the information and what value comes from that part, but maybe you can elaborate a bit on the recommendations part. What your recommendations are going to be based on, and basically what are you going to suggest the users to do, like change passwords or whatever else? Please tell us a bit more. Thanks.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, for example, for our solution that we did for the hackathon, uses a small algorithm. So the algorithm takes, for example, if you have a credential leaked on the dark web, so that algorithm will the scale will be very high because it's a very dangerous exposure. So depending on that algorithm and depending on the results of each feature that has the tool, will show a different action. Well, there are general actions for everyone, like changing your password all the time, or changing basically like fast. But what I mean is like each result has different actions to be taken, because all of the identities are different.
Thank you so much. We're out of time, and that was the second pitch of the team Ecchymosis and the leader of the team, Santiago. Santiago, once again, thank you so much. We move to our third pitch, and the name of the team is Squad 5, and I'm inviting to present Del. Del, welcome on stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Del Smith. I am here in representation on behalf of Squad V. We are actually V School students, and we are comprised of full stack developer students and also UI UX designer. We actually came here for the purpose of actually kind of using our skills to develop and also code and also design. And as we got into, this hackathon, we got to learn more and more about digital identities. And it kind of left my team as we were developing with this thought in mind. And that is, would you tell and trust your friends with your passwords? Now let's keep that in mind, because as we were learning about Soverio's platform, which is the challenge that my team has used, we actually started seeing these 3 attributes in our digital lives. And that's 1, privacy is being exchanged for passwords. On top of that, the current authentication system is based on the hollow system of trust. So it's more transactional rather than true authentication. And on top of that, we've noticed that our identities are mutable and they're duplicated for every login we make. And the problem is that we actually do not own our identities, we rent them. And because our identities are rented all over the web, we have these issues of identity theft, identity fraud, and data leakage. And here you'll see examples and numbers of what people will experience, such as 1 in 15 people will experience identity theft. People with the age of 55, 1 in 4 of them will actually experience identity theft. Now, with this issues of the rented identity system that we currently have, my team was thinking there already are technologies available. And one of them, we're going to be using Soverio's verifiable credential platform. And we'll also be using Trinzic's digital wallet for the consumer, for the end consumer to have their digital pass. And this will actually enable the user into the gateway to a passwordless world. And so our goal is to essentially onboard the customer to their first credential, where it's just going to be their first name, last name, and also their email, which is what a lot of the requirements are when you are registering for a login and password. And when we issue them that credential, this will actually give the user the power to actually control their data back. This actually removes the need for names for passwords. And this actually beautifies the process of doing data entry on both ends, which is the user and also the business, because now we've created this credential of just a name and email. This just enables the business to kind of do a copy and paste into their system to say like, hey, oh, we see that they have a verified credential of their email and also their name. We're just going to issue them a membership, and we'll just store that membership number in our system. And with that membership number, we can actually request for that membership number to see if they have that membership number in their wallet. And this way, we don't have to store any more passwords. Now, because these passwords are no longer being stored and it's based on just memberships or credentials on both ends, this literally elevates a new network of digital trust. And so our prototype will just consist of a landing page. We do have our website already deployed on the web, and we have this as kind of like the intro, and we are actually already using Trinzic's wallet, which is actually decentralized. It is a decentralized wallet which consumes credentials, that as long as it is on the sovereign network. And here is our user flow. This is actually on the left hand here. This is DigiPass, and then we'll prompt the user to get started. And here's also kind of like a soft introduction of what we do. Then from here, we actually prompt the user to download Trinzic, which is the wallet where it could consume the credentials and enable them to a passwordless login. And then from there, we'll give them the registration form, which will only get their first name and last name, and then their email. And once they register, a QR code will pop up, and then we'll have them scan the QR code in, and then they'll be sent a credential. And then from there, they can start logging in with just their credentials. And then we'll send them to another landing page to a list of all these businesses who have this power to just use credentials. and not do logins and passwords. And the beautiful thing about the verifiable credential system is that we actually really remove the need for passwords, and without the need of passwords, it also kind of creates this effect of removing the need for forms, because now we created this system of being able to pass credentials around and just issuing memberships. And with that, it just streamlines the process of data processing. And so imagine the amount of data entry processes we've removed, and the data checks and the data and integrity of all the stuff that we do. So this is our product, which is DigiPass. And what we do is we onboard customers to their first credential, which enables them to the world of passwordless login.
Thank you so much, Del, for your presentation. And I turn now to the jury. Jury, do you have questions? Of course you do.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yeah, so you elaborated a lot on the problem of identity theft and how you'll try to solve the problem, but how you will make, while entering the market, how you will make the market to trust you and to trust your product. Do you have a strategy for that?
You know, I've talked to my team about that, and we were kind of overloaded because we're bootcamp developer students, and we just came in the mind to, we're going to come here and just code and code and code. But, you know, with the business pitch, it really had us think, is there a business case for this? And we've decided that maybe our go-to market strategy is actually finessing this process and actually turning our code into product and turning it into like a white label solution where, like, hey, we can actually work with your business and we can create a solution for you. Like, we already have the solution for you guys for the front end. And we also understand how the APIs work. And we can also help you guys with the back end. And that is our product, is our expertise that we've gone through this, that we can actually help redesign your website by creating a passwordless login. So that's, I think, our go-to, that's our market strategy.
And do you have an idea how much effort would be needed from the business owners to integrate your solution?
Well, we actually were able to host and deploy our website. We were able to come up with the CSS side, the HTML side. Now it's just the plug in and play. And literally, if we had a couple more days, we probably could do it in a week. And because the technology, like the sovereign network and the APIs, and there's already like a good resource of different languages out there, if we have a bigger team, we can probably clean it up in a month or so to actually have a product that's usable and that could be product optimized with businesses, essentially, so that they can onboard their customers faster.
I would like to ask a follow-up question. I know that you said that you are now still thinking about the business side, but have you already thought who would be your ideal customer? Because when you say businesses, it can mean a lot of things. It can be small, bigger, medium-sized companies, maybe specific industries. Have you had a chance to think about who would be your primary, let's say, customer?
Oh yeah, it's anybody who needs a login is our customer. So that's our customer. It's anybody who wants to have a passwordless login. That is our customer. And we're hoping that, you know, the other thing too is we were thinking about doing a survey of what, you know, people thought of. Maybe we should just do a survey of how many people would be new to the idea of, would they like a passwordless login? And if we can get enough like surveys for that and to understand like the data behind that and, you know, the demographics and who would be interested and would it make a difference, then I think we've actually created a way to help all those other startups who are also using the Sovereign network to kind of help onboard their users. Because sometimes like there's this great technology, because we also did see that there was a lot of resources available for the Sovereign network, but they all didn't have the same message that was focused on the end consumer. And so we figured, I think the best way to grab what everyone is using that we just need to redo is everyone, we're assuming that there's going to be this new demand that we're going to create, which is a password is login.
Thank you so much. We're out of time. Dear jury, thank you so much for your questions. Del, thank you so much for your answers. Good luck. We move to our fourth pitch, and I'd like to invite the team named Rockit and the representative Solus to make a pitch. This is something unexpected. Solus, are you continuing your pitch?
The truth is we didn't have a lot of time to make everything, and we we decided to make a video about a company who has some problems relating security trainings, and so that's what we managed to cook up today.
Understood.
Yeah.
Dear jury, do you have questions for Solus and for the team Rockit?
Can you elaborate more on the solution itself?
Yeah, so solution is an application for companies, for employees of the companies to participate reading security material on daily basis and improve their security knowledge every day. Short and simple like that, I would put it.
I can maybe ask a follow-up question, because from the short pitch, I understood there is also some gamification, leaderboards, so...
Yeah, so the main idea is that once a user reads all the subtopics of one big topic, for example, social engineering, then he do a little quiz for around 10 questions, then he scores some points, and then he's showed up at leaderboard with how many points they have. So basically, the more topics you read, the more you get involved, the more points you score, and also there will be some team activities where you work with your colleagues on to resolving some challenges.
Which challenge you take?
We took TeleSoftas challenge.
And other content itself will be the part of your overall system?
Yes. We are planning to prepare materials ourselves, because one of the point, cybersecurity is really big. And for example, for one companies that not developing their own software, they don't need anything related to software developing of us. So they don't need it, so we can remove it. And also some companies already have their own security things, so we could implement their things in our solution.
May I ask, what is the team's background for creating cybersecurity related content yourselves?
My teammate is a software developer, and I myself currently working as an application security engineer. So I think I have enough quality to prepare trainings myself.
And if I may ask, maybe you can comment on the business model, like who is going to be your end customer and how they're going to pay you, like, so basically how your business is going to be alive, if you wish.
Yeah, so for starting business, we would probably, the idea is to do free trials for small, medium companies for one, just to see our capabilities and to see if the idea is worth investing and make it more suitable for bigger companies. And that's where we start and then move on.
Okay, so thank you so much. We're out of time. Thank you, Solus, and kudos to you for the creative solution for your pitch. That's something I will definitely remember for the future cases when I'm out of time. Okay, thank you. We move to our fifth pitch, and I invite the team PYTHONGUARD and the representative Gintare to make a perfect pitch.
Hi, the team has the new name. Since yesterday, we are the PYTHONGUARD. We have went through the forming, storming, norming, and we have reached the performing stage. We have defined our assumptions, validated with the mentors. We had the end user feedback to receive the pain points. That allowed to shift our idea to the new direction. We have identified the problem that it takes manual work to write the scripts to detect missing expiring license. There are lack of tools available in the market to identify code authenticity. Our champion Adam works as a software developer. His goals are to improve the Python development practices in the team and mentor junior developers. We believe we have a good market fit since there are not many competitors available in the market solving the similar problem. Our solution will prevent Python code from piracy. It will trace expired and incompatible licenses. The client will have an option to pick either the cloud or on-premise solution. Now you can see the view through developers' eyes. We are going to run 16 different Python scripts to identify the code authenticity. As the results, we do see that 70% of this code is not authentical. Our solution will prove code's authentication and would allow to save time for development teams by automating scripts. Our short-term goal within the next 4 months to receive the first paid client. We believe that within the first year, we can reach 1.6 million market share. To go to market, we need a marketing content. We need to promote that, attract the first users, engage with those, and grow our user base. To take the further steps, we need the financial investment and mentoring. We believe that our product will have an impact on society. It will allow to reduce security incidents caused by human error from 3 to 5%. It will raise awareness of the code authenticity for software development companies. Here you can see our team. We met for the very first time on a Thursday, and we believe we have the right skill set to build the MVP of this product and to land the first billable client.
This is amazing. Thank you so much, Gintare, for your pitch. And now I turn to the jury. Jury, do you have questions? Of course you do. Audrius, you will start, right?
Yes, thank you. You mentioned 54 millions, your target market. 54 millions of what? Dollars, euros, people?
Euros.
Okay, thank you.
Sharuna?
Yeah, I would like to ask a couple of questions. So you mentioned it could be either a cloud or on-premises solution. Don't you think that sticking to one to begin with would be a wise idea?
Yes, indeed, but we're thinking of the next step further. So on-premise solution will give the better security kind of your trust level for the company, that this is something they run locally on their systems, and we are not going to collect any data, because we believe to build a cloud-based solution where we would have enough security to ensure that no data will be collected, it might take a bit more time.
Mm-hmm. And another question is about scalability to other languages. You choose Python, as far as I recall, from the name and the product itself. So how is it scalable to other coding languages? And maybe this is already solved for some of them.
We have not considered any other languages as of yet. We choose Python because it's the language where we can try to create algorithms to feed the data, and we are hoping that it would become much smarter. So this is something we would consider once we would have the kind of working product and we would have the validation with end users.
Marius, would you be using something like this in your company?
Possibly, if it would work. So definitely, yeah. But I would be looking forward to other languages support, definitely.
We have time for the last question, if someone has one.
Yes, I do. If I may,
yes. Sure.
One short question from, let's say, two parts. So you said that the main value is going to be the authenticity checking. So my question is, against what are you going to check? What is going to be the data set? And let's say, well, in your example, it was like 70%, for example, that it was not authentic, the text. But nowadays, many developers are using open source components and maybe just copy pasting some parts of code. So what is good and what is bad? How are you going to judge? And maybe authenticity is not always that good, or maybe it's not always the problem. So did you think about that part, and against what, again, what are you going to check it against? Thanks.
This idea was coming after having the end user feedback from security team and learning the pain points. What are, those pain points where we can focus during the Saturday, Sunday, and we can come up with idea. So kind of the copy paste of the code base was brought to one of those pain points, even though it's not that broadly recognized as a problem. Everyone kind of knows that there is a problem, but it's hard to, hard to provide the proof that that's the copy paste. It's like, making the fake, it's like copying the document at university, not, doing your work. So what we're thinking right now, we're gonna use the open source data available as the first batches, and we're gonna start learning and creating algorithm from there.
Are you satisfied, Kazimieras?
Well, I guess we don't have enough time for the longer discussion. Maybe my question was a bit different, but I think that's okay for the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Gintare, for your answers. Thank you, Europe. And now we're dialing to our last team. We're calling to Lithuania. The team is called BPI, and head of the team, Augustinas. Augustinas, time for your pitch.
Good day, everyone. This is a video pitch for my submission to Rockit's Lost in Identity Hackathon. A few words about me. I'm a data engineer during regular hours and just a tech enthusiast. So feel free to reach out to me after the competition if you find the stuff interesting. So the problem, I'm not gonna quote the whole pitch made by the NRD Cyber Security team, but to summarize, the project aims to battle misinformation on internet, as well as it helps to find the source of fake news and to contain the spread of it. Solution I bring to the table is simple in essence, but is sophisticated under the hood. On the outside, it's a browser integration using which a user can query any piece of text to our server application in the cloud and receive a truthness score, a percentage, which is a probability that a given text is real news as opposed to fake news. Alongside, the user gets a list of similar articles in case he or she wants to follow a thread of misinformation, if you will. And at the back end, there is a server-side application with two statistical models. They are pre-trained on roughly 45,000 articles from year 2017. Unfortunately, that was as recent as I could get my hands on. The first model is long short-term memory model, also known as LSTM. It's a classifier aimed to determine how truthful a piece of text is. And the second model is latent Dirichlet allocation model, LDA for short. It is a topic modeler that calculates the relationship between different input text that helps you to find related articles. So yeah, let's see the application in action. I have two articles prepared. One is from Reuters I think there's no doubt that it's going to be truthful, but let's see for ourselves. As you can see, the add-on is running in the background. I gave it a familiar Rockit logo. Let's right-click, press context search, Rockit fake news radar. It takes a second or a few. And here we go. This is our input. Truthness score is 99%, so absolutely truthful. And here's a list of similar articles. We could press on any of them, but let's save some time. And next we have an article that is definitely fake news, some sort of yellow pages type of news platform. So let's do it on the title. I think the word Trump immediately sets up the algorithm. Let's see. Again, few seconds for the computation. Here we go. It is very clear that the article is fake, at least from what the algorithm knows about true and fake. So yeah, let's go back to the slides. Only a couple left. So I'm going to skip the impact and the market strategy. The necessities to continue are two. One is that I or we need lots of label data to continue, especially the recent data involving, the pandemic and then vaccination stuff. And also we need a good marketing strategy, to promote. So that's been it. I hope you enjoyed and look forward to hearing your verdict.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your pitch, Augustinas. Is it possible to start using your software already today?
Yeah, it's hosted on my computer. Unfortunately, not in the cloud yet, but that's a matter of hours, not days. So if you want, I can set it up by the end of the night.
Of course, of course. I'd love to feed it with a lot of fake data and see how will the algorithm feel then, It's so nice to play with it, of course. Okay, I'm sorry for taking the time. Dear jury, do you have questions?
Yeah, the funny question real quick. How much does it take for Rockit to keep the branding this way?
Apologies. I thought that this is going to be a problem, so it will be removed. Sorry, Sharuna.
Well, that was what is in there for us, to keep it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Rolls out, and it's a brilliant one. Maybe we would like to discuss it further. But now
well, I mean, you organized the hackathon. That was amazing. So you did your part. Consider it done.
Okay, so yes.
Augustinas, are you relying on the website the text time checking resides on, or are you checking only the text itself?
Only the text. You gave me a good idea actually by asking that question. You could use a lot of different metadata from the article, obviously. So, but I mean, the solution was good as is. The accuracy on the training data was 99% or 98, something like that. So it handles the data pretty well, even without the additional, additional data like the one you mentioned.
You mentioned about databases for training algorithm. Could you a little bit elaborate what type of these databases you used, or what type of? It's a fake true articles database, or whatever. So a little bit about sources.
The data set was taken from Kaggle. You all know what Kaggle is. I'm not going to elaborate. And it contained roughly 40 or 50,000 of different articles from various sources, mainly politics and news. And it's all around year 2017. So that's kind of a short time span. But in case you were wondering, like the exact names of the news portals, I don't think that information was provided, but that can be easily gathered, mined from the data. So as both examples I showed, the Reuters and the 100% fed up, were both from the test set. So.
Okay, thank you.
question, if I may.
Yeah,
Sorry?
please proceed.
Yeah? Okay, thanks. Well, first of all, congratulations. I think it's a great approach and a great use of the state-of-the-art technologies in approaching this challenge. However, the challenge, or maybe the elephant in the room, if you wish, is the use of different languages. And for example, if we want to have something in Lithuanian, or maybe if you're checking like articles which are written in Russian or Chinese. So did you think about this, and what would you think would be a solution to how can this problem be solved?
Well, the number one necessity applies the same to your problem. The data is the answer. So, you know, I was lucky to find the data on the internet for free, and it was English. But for it to work in Lithuanian, as you said, the whole data set has to be in Lithuanian. The knowledge won't, transpose into the Lithuanian language from English. No way. So yeah, I mean, the data could be gathered, and it's very doable. You could scrape the web. You can hire the people to label it, but obviously it would take time and it would take resources.
So just quick follow-up question. Maybe you also thought about some kind of solutions like frugal learning, for example, from very small data sets and manually working with the data. If not, maybe it would be an idea on how to keep on moving. But good job, kudos from my side. not only because it was our challenge, but.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Yuri. Thank you so much, Augustinas. We're out of time. Thank you everyone who watched us. That were the 6 selected pitches that were granted a chance to pitch on the grand final of this Rockit Hackathon. What happens now? Now I invite the jury to go to the separate room to make a very harsh decision. Who is the best? Who is the follow-up best? Who takes the 3rd prize? Or where goes the jury emotional prize and all the other things that needs to be done. And for the teams, I congratulate you once again. It's very much important to get to the final, to pitch in a pretty amazing manner. And the only thing left for you is to rest a bit for 20 minutes and stay tuned, everyone. In 20 minutes, we come back with the award ceremony. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Stay tuned. See you soon. So everyone, welcome back to the amazing Lost in Identity Hackathon Award ceremony. We are very sorry it took a bit longer than we expected, but as you may guess, it was a very big discussions that were happening in our jury room. I'd like to spend a moment and to thank each and everyone who made this event available. Of course, this event would not happen without our valuable partners. I'd like to announce each and every one of them. Organizer, Rockit Vilnius. Main sponsor, Vinted. Sponsors, Soverio, TeleSoftas, NRD Cyber Security, Swedbank. Friends, Code Academy, Vilnius Legal Hackers, ESET, Vilnius City Municipality, the Bank of Lithuania, Startup Wise Guys, TechChill, Lighthouse, Baltic Sandbox, and Orkla Health. And now, let's move to the main thing that gathered us today here, and I'd like to give a word to the amazing Šarūnė Smalakytė, the head of this amazing premises that is organizing this event. Šarūnė, how are you doing?
And just wonderful. So you said that jury, took a lot of time for discussing. Actually, there were so many prizes to give away, and there were some discussions, who gets what. So
you're saying that like that's a problem to have a lot of prizes.
No, that was a fun problem to have, and I believe even more nicer for the teams that participated. So well done, all of the teams, and once again, a massive thank you from us, Rockit, for all the mentors who participated throughout the whole weekend, and for all the partners that joined us in this journey. And I believe I'm here to kick off the prize fund. I hear the drums in the background. So our, let's call it third prize, and €300 go to the team, if I get the name right, pardon for my French, it's Ecchymoses. So congratulations. The second place, or the €500 goes to Augustinas from BPI, and €1,000 go to the team Squad V. So congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, everyone, and I'd like all the technicians to clap a bit with me. It's a virtual event. We can make some sound. Thank you so much. Congratulations. First three prizes. Thank you so much, Šarūnė. Thank you so much for the prizes. And we move on to our next award. I'd like to invite to join me on the stage or on the screen, Tomas Martinkėnas, Director of Engineering, Information and Security at Vinted. Hello, Thomas.
Hi. So talking about the prizes, we had an internal discussion, and it was really hard to decide on who gets the prize. So we are splitting the prize into two parts, and €1,000 for personal development and for professional development goes to the team Class 3E. Congrats, guys. Well done.
Thank you so much.
And €1,000 for personal development, professional development goes to team Ecchymoses.
That's the second time that this team is winning. So applause again, applause for the winners.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Anything else to add?
A wonderful event. So congrats for all the teams who made the finals. Well done. Good job.
Totally agree with you. Okay, let's move on to our next prize, and I'd like to present to you Audrius Ramoška, CEO and co-founder at Soverio.
It's a big pleasure to present the winner, and it is a team from US, Squad V. So congratulations, Squad V.
Congratulations, Team Squad V. Once again, applause for the team.
Thank you, Audrius.
Thank you, Audrius, so much.
Amazing. We move on to our next prize, and I'd like to invite Marius Vitkevičius, .NET Platform Technical Team Lead at TeleSoftas, to join me on the screen and announce the winners.
Hey, so TeleSoftas chose Team Rockit as a winner of our challenge. So they had a bit of a problems with their presentation during final pitches, but they showed me quite a nice content during the hackathon, so we chose them. And also, since we have some prizes left, we also want to award Team Green, which didn't participate in final pitches, but still there was a team of one member, and they gave us quite a nice ideas on how we could develop our challenge ourselves.
Amazing, congratulations to the winners and applause from the studio.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Marius. Now we move on to our next prize, and I'd like to invite to join me on the screen Kazimieras Sadauskas, Product Manager at NRD Cyber Security. Kazimieras, so where does the prize go?
Yeah, so we also had a problem. Hello, everyone. Once again, we had a problem of too many prizes, so we had to split them. And basically, as there were 5 prizes, we have to split 2 to 1. You know? So the third place and 2 subscriptions for Try Hack Me, they go to PYTHONGUARD, as we believe that they're going to really benefit from those subscriptions. The next 2 ones, they go to Team Ekimoses. And last but not least, well, what we would say, it was the first team, but only 1 subscription because only 1 person, and it goes to BPI. So congratulations, and thank you very much for the nice event, everyone.
Thank you so much, Kazimieras, and congratulations to the winners. Once again, applause from the studio at Rockit Vilnius. Let's move on to our next award, and I'd like to invite to join me on the stage Tomas Parnarauskas, CEO at ESET Lithuania.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Thomas. So who are the winners?
Our winners, we have a free selection of free ideas, and we very support communities and education. So in this case, and fake news is one of our, we are fighting against them. So you can guess who will be winners of these prizes. So for small development and of the future product, and 100 euros, and all other prizes goes from Team Rockit. So we like your product and education platform. The second education platform and 200 euros for development and future is for class 3E. And the third 300 euros and invitation to our event is go for BPI, as fake news is a really topic and developed for Lithuanian language.
Amazing, thank you so much, and once again, applause to the winners. I'd like to invite Egita Polanska, Program and Partnership in CEE and Venture Partner in Italy at Startup Wise Guys, to give the prize to their selection.
Yeah, the jury discussions were a bit tough, but I'm happy to present the prize from Startup Wise Guys, which is a spot in our invite-only pre-acceleration program, because we believe that it's super important to continue working on the ideas that you have developed in the hackathon. And we would like to give this prize to Team PYTHONGUARD.
Congratulations, team. Applause from the studio. Thank you so much, Egita. And we have 3 more prizes to be awarded, and I'll spend a moment to announce the winners. We have a prize from Swedbank. It's a Harvard Business Review. 5 Harvard Business Review digital premium subscriptions for 1 year. And it's my pleasure to award the team Squad 5 with this amazing prize. Congratulations, team. Also, allow me to present who gets the tickets to the amazing conference TechChill. Can I see the prize on the screen? It's coming, 1 second. Okay, anyways, we have free tickets. We have free tickets for the free winners. And I'd like to announce who gets the tickets to the TechChill. It's PYTHONGUARD, Class 3E, and the team Rockit. Congratulations, teams, once again. And the last but not least, the prize from Code Academy. The prize from Code Academy goes to the team Class 3E. Congratulations. And now, if I can, I'd like to hear something from the participating teams, from the winners. Guys, it's your chance to thank your producers, your moms, and greetings to someone. You're on the big screen, so use your time however you want. So maybe I can see at least few screens on my screen in order to have a proper discussion. If not, I can always say some joke, something. Yes, one moment, yes, uno momento.
Thank you so much for the event. It's very great that our idea really resonated with a lot of people, and we got advice on it and also mentoring on it. And this hackathon really motivated us to make this idea even more public and moving forward with this idea in great pace. And thank you so much for organizing it, and thank you so much for providing us everything. Thank you.
I'd like to add about the quality of the competition. It was really high level, and the processes were running very smoothly. Everything was going on schedule. So really good job, guys, for you as well on Rockit.
Yes, I would like to give thanks to all the team of Rockit, all the mentors, because in the weekend they helped me and they helped my team a lot, because we changed a lot of things because of them to improve. And for the prizes, I'm very happy for that. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy everything. And that's all. Thank you very much. And I hope we'll be the next time will be another hackathon.
Thank you so much.
I guess I wanted to kind of step in and say thank you so much for my team. We actually talked about coming together 3 weeks ago. We just came here and we just wanted to code and just test our skills, and we weren't expecting to spend our time in Eastern Standard Time. We were expecting it to be American time, and so we learned how to work on your guys' time. It definitely pushed us, and we're so grateful for this opportunity to learn about digital identities, and it really kind of showcased like what my team can do in such a short amount of time, and it really solidified that this is probably like something that's really important, but it also kind of gave my team like the boost and the confidence and the belief in ourselves that we, like the coding skills that we're getting are pretty solid and that we know how to put a team together. But other than that, we want to thank the mentors and also Rockit for providing this hackathon, and thank you so much.
Thank you all. It was a nice journey, and for those who are watching and considering if it's worth it to go alone, not having idea, apparently yes. You just need to be open to listen for the feedback, gather ideas. It takes a bit of time to make a team of the random people meeting each other for the first time, but I think what can be achieved within the short time, it's a aha moment for me. And thank you so much for all the mentors and all the great ideas and organizing user feedback in a minute.
Yeah, so from Team Rockit. So yeah, definitely thank you for all the mentors who helped us, not only during the mentor sessions, but outside of them, when they managed to wake up pretty early today and yesterday to have us some talking. So yeah, and definitely thank you organizers for all the prizes and everything.
So this is it. Thank you so much. And here are the last words. Thank you all for participating. Thank you all for mentorship. Thank you all for watching. As it was said during one of the webinars that you all maybe saw, it is very easy to do something bad. It's 4 times more difficult to do something good. So keep up the good work and always know how to choose the good side. Don't forget to subscribe to Rockit Vilnius channels for more amazing events that we have prepared for you. And from the huge team of the technicians and organizers of Rockit Hackathon, I say once again, thank you all, and may the force be with you guys. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Congratulations, the winners, and goodbye. See you some other time.